Jesus said, "It's not what's on the outside that makes you right before God, it's what's on the inside that counts." What he means by this, if you do religious things like go to church, take communion, be baptized, go to Bible studies, and faithfully keep traditions, but on the inside you're full of lust, anger, bitterness, greed, hatred, and unforgiveness, you are not right before God, even though outwardly it appears that you are. Jesus compared religious people living in hypocrisy to white-painted tombs. They look nice and clean on the outside, but on the inside things are not that good. Spiritually, they are decaying and there's no life in them. Jesus told the religious people who were quick at condemning others, "If you are without sin, cast the first stone." As a result, everyone had to leave. Jesus knew they were not right before God. They knew they were not right before God. If they condemned the lady caught in adultery, they would also have to condemn themselves. Jesus calls this kind of living hypocrisy. Hypocrisy is when you say you believe in God, but the way you live does not line up with it. Hypocrisy keeps you from having God's abundant life. Hypocrisy keeps us from God's presence in this life and the next. The problem is that God is holy and pure, and we as humans are not. Jesus had a lot to say about hypocrisy. Jesus knows that every human being is prone to act like this. Jesus tells us anyone who wants to find life in Him, they're going to have to clean the inside of the cup. They're going to have to clean up what's going on in their heart and mind. That is what it means to follow God. That is how you find life. God is not a cruel taskmaster that He expects perfection before He will love us. He knows that we are weak, but He does not set us up to fail. He sets us up to succeed. He wants us to find Him. He wants us to have life in Him. "I have come that you might have life and have it to the fullest." That's why after He made a way for us to get right with God through His Son, Jesus Christ, God also gave us His Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit's job is to convict us when we sin. He prompts us to make things right when we make mistakes, with God and with others. The Holy Spirit teaches us the right way to live and empowers us to live that way. To follow Jesus means that we're going to be daily renewed by the Spirit of God. God has done everything for us to get right with Him, and God has given us everything we need to find life in Him. However, this spiritual renewal process is dependent upon us. It's dependent upon our obedience, willingness. It's dependent upon us living under His authority. God will not take away our free will. His life in us only happens if we let it. It only happens if we pursue our new life in Him. If we seek Him, obey, and work at what He tells us, then we will grow spiritually. We will start to become pure and holy as He is. If we ignore God, if we will not obey the Holy Spirit, if we repeatedly ask God to forgive us without change, then we lose out on this abundant life that Jesus promised us. If we are not right before God but keep doing religious things, then their value becomes worthless. They will not help us when we stand before God. So, the question remains, where are you at with God? Do you have a form of godliness but deny its power? Or are you in the process of becoming pure and holy by the power of the Holy Spirit's work in your life? Only you can answer that. Just remember, if you say you believe in God but your actions do not line up with it, you're not kidding anyone. You know you're not right with God. Others know you don't live what you believe, and God is not mocked because He knows all things. Just an idea. Why not turn and be healed? Why not turn and find life? Why not find the abundant life?